Well, good morning and welcome to a beautiful Monday, September 15th morning here in South Lake Tahoe, California. It's just amazing. I don't know what the difference in temperature is, but we've had some really, really cold mornings the past few days, and today is just, and yeah, I got a little sweatshirt on here, but I've already been out, already been out painting the house and putting grass seed out and just having a wonderful morning. Had breakfast, cup of coffee here. It's a great way to start the week. Waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, feeling good, having watching the sunrise, and getting a few things done. Here it is, 8 o'clock. I've already gotten probably more work done than most people will do all day, and it's just great. So I just want to say welcome everybody to the Swiss Gold Global Independent Business Owner Network Marketing Training, number 31, and we've been running these things for some time now. We've got 30 of these things under our belt. Today's 31, and we've talked a lot about network marketing as far as the mindset that it takes to be successful in business. We've thrown you out a lot of different concepts and ideas for you to possibly incorporate into your life and your business, and all things designed to help you with your success in your business endeavor. If you have a business endeavor, if you're looking for a business endeavor, we've given you tips on how to look for one, what to look for, just the way you live your life, and enjoying every day, and getting the best and getting the most out of every day. And one of the things that go along with that Jeff brought up this morning was Napoleon Hill, Napoleon Hill talks about accurate thinking, and accurate thinking meaning that you don't just take what you hear at face value. There's a lot of information out there in the world, and there's a lot of good information out there in the world, but there's a lot of bad information out there in the world as well too. And what you're getting is there's a series of self-development tapes I've been listening to called Your Wish is Your Command. And one of the things that they talk about in there is that lost my train of thought there for a second, sorry. Just too much sunshine too early in the morning, I don't know. But anyway, taking things for face value, and being able to not taking things at face value. Oh, I remember where I was going with that. Sorry. So anyway, the concept in the God, where's my mind this morning? The concept in the Your Wish is Your Command is that who do you listen to, and that being like the number one factor as to building your success and getting what you want out of life is who do you listen to. Do you listen to the news? Do you listen to what books do you read? What seminars do you go to? All those things, and he goes deeply in depth about talking about how millionaires don't even write their own books half the time. They get a ghostwriter, sits down with them, and they tell them all this stuff, and then the ghostwriter goes off and writes the book, and most of the time these people never even read their own books. So you're not really getting the information from them. He talks about how the people who teach seminars, well, they make their money teaching seminars. They have these concepts and these ideas that they put out there that they don't use in their own life. They just they have these theories, they like to call them, that they're promoting out there as what it is and what it should be, whereas they don't even actually know if it's true or not. But they're teaching it. They're making their money from actual teaching of the seminars. So it's like there's a lot of information out there. What you hear on the news these days, I guess if you want to call it the propaganda machine, which I'll certainly call it that, the propaganda box, the television, the media, where does this information come from, and who is in control of what comes out and what you actually hear. And so the whole idea of accurate thinking and using your own mind, your own thoughts to, sure, be open to whatever information that you receive, because you have to be open, you have to be teachable, and to be teachable, you have to be open. So, open enough to be able to accept the information that you receive, but smart enough to take a look at this information, compare it to what you know, do some research on it, find out what is and isn't real, and make your own decision as to what you will or will not adopt into your life. And that's what accurate thinking is all about. It's just basically being the type of person who has the willingness to be teachable, so that you're open to new ideas, you're open to new concepts, you're open to information, but also having the wherewithal within yourself to, verify the information, make sure that it's accurate, and then come to believe what the results tell you is truth. And so with that, I want to say happy good morning to John on this beautiful day. How's your day and morning going so far, John? Mine's awesome.
Well, I am having an awesome morning. A little bit of a late start for me today, but I was able to make it here on time. I got in right under the wire. I've been listening to what you said. Yeah, just to kind of add with what you were saying there about being careful about the information that you take in. I had seen a fantastic movie series, completed a fantastic movie series yesterday called Atlas Shrugged, where they kind of explored everything about government propaganda, mindset, different points of views. And one of the keys I took away from the movie, and this plays right around what you were saying here, is you've got to be careful about you should be open to all types and sorts of information, but be very selective about what you let in, and consider the source of the information. There's a lot of information out there, and there's, along with all the good stuff, there's plenty of terrible stuff. So it's learning to think accurately. That's probably the most challenging task in the world, if you want to get philosophical about it, is because really everything that you hear is from someone else's point of view. So it's up to you to kind of decipher what fact is, if that's even possible in this world anymore, with everything that's out there, the news especially. But yeah, why don't you get into the next topic that you want to talk about? I'm a little slow going this morning. I'm
Yeah,
just
so
drinking
was
my
I there
coffee.
for a little bit. I got right in the middle of saying something. I totally forgot what I was talking about.
No, I was on. That's how I feel right now.
So anyway, which is surprising because I just feel so energetic and alive, and it's a beautiful morning up here. The temperature is, I mean, it's not even cold. I'm sitting out here having a cup of coffee, just having my breakfast. Already did some painting on the house. Already seeded the lawn. You know what I mean? It's just having a great day, but I don't know. My mind was somewhere else, I guess. But anyway, yeah, I just I wanted to bring that up because hey, what we're doing right here is we're providing you with information. So, who are we to be able to be providing you with information? Well, all we are is people that are out there doing it. And all that we are providing you with is, information that we learn, that we were open to, that we have accepted, or, that we've, verified and tested and, um, and believe in ourselves and are actually have incorporated into our lives, and we're things that we're actually using. So, whether you want to believe us or not, that's completely up to you. Whether you want to accept our information is completely up to you. Whether you want to test this out and see if it fits into your life, again, it's completely up to you. I just want to let everybody know out there that what, we're just a couple of guys. We're learning as we go. We don't have all the answers. We don't know everything. All we can do is share with you the experiences that we have had success with, and you can, look at our successes, you can look at our experiences, and you could say, hey, wow, maybe that's something a little bit different than I haven't been doing. and that sounds very interesting. I think maybe I'll give it a try, see how it works for me. If you like it, great, keep doing it. If you don't like it, hey, find some more information and do something else to better your life. But I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, it's very important. Like John said, where you get your information, who you're getting your information from. What qualifies somebody to give you this information? How? Well, what it really basically honestly, I mean, what is the truth? That's what it comes down to. We should all be seeking the truth. And I think, what, when we say that we should all be seeking the truth, maybe it's a little slightly bit different for each and every one of us. I don't think that because we are obviously all very unique individuals, and no two of us are in any way, shape, or form alike in any way. So, is truth, a little square black box that is the same for everybody, or is there variations of it for each and every one of us? And I believe there's variations of it for each and every one of us. So, taking the information, processing it, and like I said, just wanted to let everybody know who we are, what qualifies us for you to listen to us and take our information. Well, quite frankly, nothing. But like I said, except for the fact that we're just, this is information that we're actually applying, using in our own lives. We believe that it's doing things for us, it's working for us. We can show you some proof down the road, but for right now, just understand that the information that we are providing with you is our own experiences, and you're welcome to share them or not. So, with that, John, you got anything to add on to that?
Yeah, take what you will and move forward. I do want to get into another little aspect here about, since we're on to Napoleon Hill's topic of accurate thinking and talking about the information that you're letting in and being open to information. One of the things that Napoleon Hill talks about is he has a time management system, which I absolutely love the concepts, and putting this entire system into action is quite challenging, but quite life-changing. I want to specifically bring up, because we're talking about accurate thinking here, is he recommends 1 hour of quiet meditation. This is something that I believe is very challenging, probably for most all of people, is to actually sit down for 60 minutes and quietly meditate on any one thing. But, it's important to learn how to focus, especially in today's world where we take in so much information. There's got to be a point in the day where we sit down to, the word I'm looking for, go through, spin the wheels on. There's a word I'm looking for. I can't think of it. Basically, we all need to sit down and process, I guess would be the word, the information that we take in. So one of the things in the time management system is the quiet meditation, and this is important because this is where you can sit down and learn how to focus your mind on like one thing at a time, so to speak. If you could actually just begin to challenge yourself to sit down and maybe start off with 15 minutes of quiet meditation and build it up from there. And I think it's an important piece of a time management system, an important success, that you learn how to focus. And it's during this 1 hour where you might want to spend 10 to 15 minutes, determining what your definite major purpose is. And if you've already have one, great, because this is where you can spend time focusing on and creating a plan for achieving that definite major purpose. But I think since we're talking about accurate thinking and belief system, it's important that you kind of to have a roadmap of where you're going. Like, everyone needs to define what their definite major purpose is, because I think that is also one of your filters. To filter the information that's relevant to you, important to you, that's going to work for you, is that you have a strong definite major purpose defined, so that you know what actually helpful, useful information is going to, that you're going to let in and accept and work into your plan for achieving your goals. There's other avenues of that Napoleon Hill talks about for this quiet meditation to fill in the hour, but I think I want to let Paul have it back here if there's something he wants to add about my thoughts on the definite major purpose being an important thing to have to filter information.
No. Well, what a dummy. I forgot to click it back over to you, so everybody was sitting there watching me take notes while you were talking.
Oh,
So, but anyway, hey, listen, that's awesome subject right there, John, because you know what, I do want to get into that a little bit.
did I lose you, Paul?
Huh?
Okay. I thought I
Are you
lost
there?
you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're there. No, one of the other sections that we talked about in the quiet meditation time is um, overcoming, a certain amount of time to think about your fears. What are your fears in life? And developing ways and plans to overcome your fears. That's a huge little thing to meditate on for a period of time within your meditation time. And we got into talking about, obviously the number one fear for people being, the fear of failure and all that. And, you know, an interesting thing that we talked about this morning was, we all worry about, whatever our fears are. Those are our biggest worries too. We're continually throughout our days worrying about, this, that, or the other thing, whatever it is. Worrying that we don't have enough money. Worrying that, I don't have a relationship. Worrying that, is my car going to make it home from work today because it's a piece of poo? I mean, whatever the case is, we're always worrying about all these different things. And worry, in and of itself, is negativity. So when you're worrying, you're putting out negative thoughts into the universe that are going to prevent whatever you want from coming your way. Because with the things that you want, obviously, you have to be thinking about, in a positive way if you want them in your life. So worry is like I said, is a negative thought process that can actually prevent you from getting what you want. So during this quiet meditation time, when you're thinking about your fears and the things that you worry about, if you twist that around to, instead of thinking about what is it that I'm worried about, just clarify, just identify what it is that you're worried about, and then focus on the solution. Okay, I'm worried that I don't have enough money to pay the bills come Friday. Okay, well, we need to start, and this seems to be a recurring worry every Friday. So I need to focus on a solution to this, so that I can stop worrying about having enough money to pay the bills every Friday. You see where I'm going with that? So eliminating the worry by changing your focus from thinking about from the actual worry of the issue to focusing upon developing and finding a solution. That's a huge thing that you can meditate on. And the big thing about this meditation, this concept just came to me while you were talking about it, John, is actually, because like you said, it's very difficult for people today to even, be able to focus their mind on one thing for any given amount of time. Especially, look at the way that, music videos and advertising and everything. It's just a constant barrage of flashes, there's a reason that they do that. They don't want you being able to focus your mind. They want you having a scatterbrain, basically, where you're constantly, your mind can't stay focused on any one thing, that you're continually, having these thoughts pop in from all kinds of different directions, because that's what you've been, basically trained and grown up on, watching TV and things like that. So if an hour is too tough, seriously, there's like five, we'll get into this. I think we should do a segment a week on this, John, about the quiet meditation and the five factors, or the five sections. But within the time frame, there's five sections. And so, if you even just started with 15 minutes, and you could sit there and focus on five different things for just 3 minutes apiece, the power that this starts to build within you is part of what the Napoleon Hill prayer is all about. And what this does for you is, if you've got sit there for 15 minutes and you've got five things, right? And maybe you even plan this out before you start your thinking, and you go, okay, I'm going to think about this first, then this, then this, then this, then this. But anyway, so just being able to focus on one thing for 3 minutes, I'll bet you find it very difficult at first. But what this is developing for each and every one of us the power to control and direct our own mind, so that as we are able to build this into more and more time, we get to the point where we can think about and focus upon, the things that we want in life, which is what you should be thinking about at all times. But it gives you the power to be able to think about what you want to think about, when you want to think about it, and not let outside sources, outside interference, interrupt your mind and your thought process to the point where you're a scatterbrain. So this is what I mean. This quiet meditation time, that's, I think, what the ultimate purpose behind it is to help us develop the skill to be able to control and direct our own mind. What do you think, John?
Absolutely. I just want to point out you mentioning about how nowadays it seems like we've been trained or programmed, and I believe we have been trained and programmed to essentially be ADD. Just about every single human being, person that I come across on a daily basis seems to have some sort of inability to focus. If it's on a conversation, how many people don't look you in the eye that you talk to and like wander off? So I've got this feeling that we've almost been programmed to not focus. And as you said, use the word scatterbrained. If you're a scatterbrained person and you don't have the ability to control and direct your own mind, then you're essentially a tool in the hands of other men. And one of the things about what marketing and sales is, and we're in the business of marketing and sales, teaching and training, but there's marketing and sales involved in any business. The whole point of marketing and sales is to control and direct your prospect or client's mind to whatever end that you desire. You're looking to control and direct other people's minds to desire buying your product and buying into your service. What's happened, I think, in the world because of that is there's so much marketing going on constantly, as Paul said, on television commercials, and quick images flash before your eyes. And then we kind of touched on it at the beginning of the call about news, media being really propaganda for the government. And the whole system, I think, that we live under is there's an agenda just behind all the information that's out there. And it's an attempt by others to control and direct your mind for you, keep you a sheep, keep you a slave, keep you buying products that you really don't want by just programming you into their way of thinking. And one of the biggest takeaways that I get out of these morning calls, and we reiterate it a lot, and especially when we do the Napoleon Hill prayer, that it's up to you and that you have the power to control and direct your own mind to whatever ends you might desire. And if you're not doing something like Paul talked about, where you're sitting down and you're trying to focus for 1 hour a day, focus your mind in just 5 certain areas, which we can get into on a future call. And if you can't do an hour, start off by just doing 15 minutes. In order to be successful in any area of your life, you have to realize that you're the master of your own world, the CEO of your own life, and you have the ability within you to control and direct your own mind, and a lot of us don't. And it's time to sit down, learn how to focus yourself, and learn how to actually control and direct your own mind, because otherwise you're a tool in the hands of other men. That's my thought.
I like that, the tool in the hands of other men. But anyway, we're a few minutes over here, so I'm just going to leave it at that. Don't be a tool in the hands of other men. Don't be a tool, period. So, no, seriously, take control of your life, take control of your mind again. And with that, we're going to end this with, O universe, we ask not for more riches, but for more wisdom, with which to make better use of the riches we were given at birth, consisting of the power to control and direct our own minds to whatever end I desire, not someone else's, not the man who is, using me for a tool. Anyway, goodbye.